This tutorial will cover the stack imaging module. The stack imaging module has several uses. It is used for velocity analysis, to pick mutes, and to efficiently create stacks. To run velocity analysis, load in some binned gathers and then sort them by CDP and offset for 2D, or by inline, crossline, and offset for 3D. Set your replacement velocity, mute parameters, and your inline and crossline velocity CDP bin increment. This section defines the density of your picks when you choose to pick on a regular grid. The parameters of your semblance are set here. I'm going to go ahead and run stack imaging with these settings. Let's load all the module views and take a moment to go through them and rearrange them. Your input and output gathers show CMPs before and after the application of your NMO. Input will display NMO curves as you pick them, and output shows your NMO applied gathers. This is a 2D example, so our stack and RMS velocity displays for crossline are blank. The map displays the locations of your currently picked velocity points. The RMS velocity stack inline and the stack inline displays show a visual display of your picked velocities and the output stack line. The stack display will update when you run stack imaging again. Finally, we have our semblance display, where we will pick our velocity points. You can click on any location in your map, RMS velocity stack, or inline stack to pick a velocity at that location. If you would prefer to only pick at your defined grid locations, pop up the Module Manager and use an action command to move the pick to your next grid location. Alternatively, hold down Control and use the arrow keys on your keyboard to navigate to different pick locations. Pick your velocity on the semblance. Left-click to set a velocity point, and right-click to remove a velocity point. Your RMS input and output views update automatically. If you adjust the velocity analysis properties in the Module Properties window, the semblance will update automatically. To see the result of your velocity pick on the stack, rerun stack imaging. Your stack view will update with your newly picked velocities. Stack imaging also provides the option to pick your velocity in mini-stack mode. Turn on mini-stacks and set their parameters, and then run stack imaging again to generate them. Pick velocities on your mini-stacks the same way you did on your semblance view. Your mini-stacks picks will translate across your semblance views as well. Pick mutes at this stage by clicking on your input or output view. Stack imaging has several options for subsequence. These subsequences will act only on specific components of your stack imaging module. In this example, I've put an AGC and filter in the After NMO section to normalize my input gathers before stacking. The VA sequence acts on your gathers specifically for velocity analysis, and the After Stack subsequence runs post-stack processes. You can put as many modules as you want in each subsequence, although this will increase the runtime of stack imaging. Once you have completed your velocity and mute picks, you have several options to save them. You can save your velocity and mute picking directly to the database by right-clicking on the picking item under Input in the Module Manager and select Save to DB. You can then reference those DB items in other modules that require mute or velocity picking. Another option is to save your mute and velocity picks as text files by choosing the Save Mute Picks and Save Velocity Picks action items. A third option is to output your velocity as a segy by selecting velocity in output options and then using the Save Gathers action command. You can also save your NMO gathers and output stack to segy this way. Stack imaging is also useful for creating stacks from gathers. Simply load in your gathers with NMO applied, or load gathers without NMO and attach your velocity picks and mute from the database, or from a save.core file. Stack imaging will then produce an output stack for you to view. Add modules to the after NMO subsequence to run processes on the gathers before stacking, and add modules to the after stack subsequence to run post-stack processes. Save your output stack to the DB by selecting your stack gathers from the Output tab in Module Properties and select Save to DB, or as a segue by selecting Stack on your output parameters and using the Action command in the Module Manager. Please check out some of our other tutorial videos or visit us at geomage.com.